Welcome, I'm Mike Fatasic, and in today's video, I want to dig a little bit deeper into the H part of the HWW formula for achieving a lean and healthy body. Now, if you saw the previous video, you know that the HWW formula is designed to be a simple and easy tool that you can use to change your eating behaviors for the better. So what does H stand for? It stands for how you eat. Now, a lot of people don't give much thought to how they eat, but focusing on how you eat provides you the most benefit in changing your eating behaviors. And there are two things that I have found that you can practice that help you improve how you eat. The first one is slowing down during meal times, and then the second one is becoming more aware of your hunger and your fullness cues. So let's cover the first one, slowing down during meal times. So why is it important to slow down? Well, slowing down, for the most part, helps you get more satisfaction from what you're eating. And this is important because the more satisfied you feel from the foods that you eat, the less quantity of food you end up eating. Now, if you're like most people, you live a busy life, so you might find yourself rushing throughout most of the day. And when we rush, we go on autopilot. We don't think about what we eat, how much we eat, or how often we're eating. And this is a recipe for weight gain and poor health. Well, by slowing down during meal times, we kick this autopilot off so that we can make more thoughtful food choices that are more aligned with our health goals and our priorities. Now, if you're in the habit of rushing through meals, then it can be quite challenging to slow down during mealtime. So I have 4 tips to help you with this. One is to think of mealtime as break time. As I said, a lot of us are busy, which means that stress mounts up throughout the day. Well, if you think of mealtime as break time, then this gives you something to look forward to, something that you can enjoy and a time of the day where you can decompress. This will motivate you to slow down during your meals. Number 2 is to sit down and eat off a plate. Now, I know it sounds a little bit silly, but how often have you found yourself having a dashboard meal in your car because you've been rushing around? By sitting down and eating off a plate, you send signals to your brain that you want to slow down, and it allows you to decompress a little bit. The third thing is to do a relaxation exercise before you eat. Doing a relaxation exercise is important. You want to relax your mind and your body because this helps you get more satisfaction from your meals, which we already talked about. And it also helps improve your digestion, so you're able to unlock more nutrients from your food, which also leads to more physical satisfaction from your food. So everything kind of leads to getting more satisfaction from your meals. Okay, now you can do something like taking deep breaths, maybe 2 to 5 deep breaths before you eat, doing a mini meditation, saying a prayer, or just giving gratitude for the food that you're about to eat. All right, the 4th tip is to chew slowly and thoroughly. Again, we're trying to maximize the satisfaction that we get from the food that we're eating. By chewing slowly, we allow our taste buds to register more of the taste, more of the flavors that we're getting from the food, but also 90% of taste comes from smells. When you keep food longer in your mouth, it allows the aroma and the smells to go up the back of your throat and into your nasal cavity so that you get more of the smells as well as the physical tastes on your tongue, which provides more psychological satisfaction from the food you're getting. Now, when you chew your food thoroughly, I don't mean counting how many times you chew a bite, 30 or 40 times like some people recommend, but just chewing your food until it becomes somewhat of like a mush. It just makes it easier on your digestion and helps you unlock more nutrients, which again provides more physical satisfaction. Okay, now let's go to the second part, or the second practice that helps you improve how you eat. And that's becoming aware of your hunger and your fullness cues. Now, hunger is pretty simple. If you're looking to get lean, to lose a little bit of weight, then you only want to eat when you're physically hungry. Now, that's definitely common sense, but it's not common practice, and I'm guilty of this as well. Sometimes we just want to eat because we're bored or we're anxious, or because we simply like the taste of something and we want to eat it, but we're not hungry. So that might be okay on occasion, but you don't want to make a habit of it. So if you're looking to lose a little bit of weight, only eat when you're physically hungry. Now, when it comes to being full, it's about paying attention to your fullness so that we can stop when we feel satisfied, as opposed to stopping because we feel physically stuffed or full. So this will allow us to eat less food and be more satisfied with the food. So again, we're focusing on the satisfaction that we get from food. So I typically tell people, try to stop when you're about 80% full. And what this means is that you're not hungry anymore and you feel like you have been able to enjoy your meal. So what you want to do when you start practicing this is you might want to put your hand on your stomach, because this is where the sensation of fullness comes from. So maybe after every bite, you take a breath, put your hand on your stomach, and then just ask yourself, how full are you? Are you 20% full, 30%, 50%? And just keep going after every bite, just check in on your fullness. And then when you reach 80%, then you can stop. Now, if that seems a little tedious, you don't have to do it after every bite. You can do it after every 2 bites, every 5 bites, whatever works for you. The idea here is to check in regularly with yourself to make sure that you're not eating past the point of satisfaction. And if you can do those 2 things, those 2 practices, of slowing down during mealtime and being more aware of your hunger and fullness cues, this can really go a long way to improving how you eat. Now, if you stop eating to about 80% full and you feel hungry, say an hour or 2 hours later, then usually what has happened is you haven't had a balanced meal, which we'll cover in the next video, where I talk about the next part of the formula, which is the first W, which is what you eat. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. If you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to give it a like and share it with your friends and family. And until next time, be healthy, be happy, be extraordinary.